Balake. Where is Balake at?
My name's Blake.
Do you want to go to war, Balake? I'm for real. Ron.
Ron is right here, everyone. Welcome back for more SPTV, where every day is a great day not to be in a cult. Guys, we have some absolutely amazing news. Council member, Clearwater, Florida, council member Mark Bunker happens to be an OG of the Scientology activist space. Mark absolutely humiliated the Church of Scientology 4 years ago when he surprisingly won his race for the Clearwater City Council. He won by the tiniest margin in a 5-way race in a campaign where he raised almost no money, and he was an underdog. No, everyone was underestimating him, and he won, humiliating Scientology. And Scientology hates him. Scientology tried to stop him. The Clearwater political establishment hates him and tried to stop him, and he won anyway. They've had 4 years to plan and regroup and strategize and figure out how to defeat Mark Bunker. And yet in this race, not only has the fire department union endorsed Mark Bunker, but just an hour or so ago, Mark found out that the police union, the Clearwater Florida Police Union, has officially endorsed Mark Bunker for Clearwater City Council. Guys, I'm gonna share a bunch of information with you in this video, but I do not want to bury the ask. What I am letting you guys know, everyone out there in the SP Nation, this week, I kid you not, this week we need to raise $20,000 for Mark Bunker's campaign. Any U.S. citizen can donate. Anyone anywhere in the U.S. can donate who's a citizen. Campaign donations are $1,000 per the campaign donation limits. The ceilings on donations is $1,000 per individual and $1,000 per corporation. So like if you own 6 corporations, each one of your corporations can donate $1,000. If you and your spouse can each individually donate $1,000. If you have 3 children over the age of 18, each one of them can donate $1,000. His website is markbunker2024.com. I'm going to show you why we need to be raising this much money to make sure that Mark Bunker gets reelected. Because guys, you're going to be disgusted at what I'm going to show you in this video. You're going to be disgusted. I'm sure you'd be forgiven for thinking that Mark Bunker's biggest concern in this race is Scientology trying to take him out. You're going to be utterly disgusted when I show you what Clearwater's disgusting political establishment is trying to do to Mark Bunker. But anyway, so let me just start by showing you, well actually, because the firefighters union endorsed him 2 or 3 weeks ago, that's already on his website. Leah Remini has, of course, also endorsed Mark Bunker for Clearwater City Council. And now that the police endorsement has come in, let me just share that with you. Literally an hour or 2 ago, Clearwater Fraternal Order of Police Lodge 10, Clearwater, Florida. Dear Mark Bunker, on behalf of the Clearwater Fraternal Order of Police Lodge 10, it is my honor to offer our endorsement for your candidacy for Clearwater City Council Seat 2. The members of Clearwater Fraternal Order of Police Lodge 10 carefully choose who they endorse. The more than 200 members of our organization are looking forward to working with you on a successful election and future endeavors. Now, guys, I don't claim to be an expert on some of the statements I'm about to make here, but it is my understanding from my own observation and from talking to people locally, it sure has seemed like in elections past, the fire department union and the police union have essentially been used as tools of the local political establishment as run by Frank Hibbard, Brian Ongst Jr., Chris Latvala, Jack Latvala, and all of their ilk. Everyone I just mentioned to you hates Mark Bunker's guts, not only for his stance on Scientology, but for his political leanings. I don't discuss partisan politics on this channel because it's not necessary. Let's just say Mark Bunker's political leanings are not exactly in step with the leadership of the local political establishment, and they hate his effing guts. And I guarantee you it's driving them crazy that the police union and the fire union have endorsed Mark Bunker. This is unprecedented. I mean, this would have been completely unheard of. Even Mark Bunker would have told you 4 years ago that he never would have dreamed that either of these unions would be willing to endorse him. kudos to these unions. Because here's the thing. The title of my video is Police Endorse Scientology's #1 Enemy in City Council Race. I was a little hesitant to use that title because I'm not trying to put the police union in a bad spot. Let me be clear. They did not endorse Mark Bunker because of his stance on Scientology. They are endorsing Mark Bunker because of the excellent job he's done as a city council member for the last 4 years and the support he has shown to the firemen and the policemen over that 4-year period. But up until now, Mark Bunker's anti-Scientology activism would have been something that would have prevented these unions from being able to come out and endorse him, no matter what they thought about his performance as a city council member. And this is just another little indicator of how much times have changed. By the way, guys, the original people in Clearwater, Florida, one of the original groups was the Lisa McPherson Trust that was leading the charge, the public charge, the crusade, the activism against Scientology. Mark Bunker worked for the Lisa McPherson Trust. Mark Bunker was the videographer for all of their protests and their I was going to say marches. I don't know that they did marches, but he was basically the videographer for the Lisa McPherson Trust. It is Mark Bunker's videos that will actually show you the tactics that Scientologists, their security guards, their Sea Org members would use against protesters 10, 15, 20 years ago. When you see me out in downtown Clearwater outside the Flagland base doing my live streaming, and I say, and you see these guys running from me, hiding in buildings, when I have commented, oh my God, how far have we come from the days when Scientology would send people out to get in your face and shout at you and harass you and intimidate you? It is actually Mark Bunker who was involved in those activities and shot all that video documenting all of that. That's how long Mark has been fighting the good fight here in Clearwater, Florida. Okay, so let's see. I want to show you some parts of an article that the Tampa Bay Times wrote a week or two ago, talking about the funds that have been raised in this campaign and how most of the funds raised for Mark Bunker's re-election campaign have come from all you out there in the SP Nation who watch SPTV all over the country and have supported Mark's campaign. Let me find the sections of this. First is talking about the mayoral race. Mark is not running for mayor, so let's get down to the appropriate section. Here we go. In the race for seat 2, council member Mark Bunker has so far raised more money than his 2 opponents, with help from donors across the United States. Bunker has advocated against the Church of Scientology for 25 years, alleging fraud and abuse. He has raised $29,494 from Scientology watchers across the country. 80% of the donors are from outside of Florida, and 93% are from outside of Clearwater, according to the Times analysis. He raised much of that through the boosting of his campaign online by Clearwater resident Asmithlevin, a former Scientologist who has drawn millions of views to his YouTube channel that focuses on exposing alleged abuses in the church. Let's see. Okay, Mark says, although Bunker has raised less than half as much money as both of the mayoral candidates, he has almost double the number of donors as Beckman. Beckman's running for mayor, so the comparison, okay. Mark says, quote, there are people all around the country concerned about how Scientology has affected this city. None of those people can vote for me, but what they can do is help me reach the people of Clearwater, the people here in Clearwater who will vote. One of Mark Bunker's 2 opponents, marketing executive Mike Mastrisario, is just behind him with $25,065, more than half of which has come from Clearwater residents and businesses. Okay, Mike Mastrisario is a local grifter who is vying with another candidate, Ryan Cotton, for the Scientology vote. I call him a grifter because in private, Mike Mastrisario claims to be very tough on Scientology, but we're 4 months into a 6-month campaign, and the guy has not once said a negative, critical, or sharp word against Scientology's sabotage and blackmail of the city of Clearwater. The reason he hasn't said one sharp word is because he knows Scientology has to tell all of its local members, by the way, 100% of Scientologists in Clearwater who are registered to vote turn out and vote. That's not an exaggeration. I did the numbers in the last election. Scientology has a 100% voter turnout rate. They have to, because they don't have very many members. So in order to be able to have any influence in the outcome of an election, they have to have a 100% turnout vote, and they are ordered to go and vote. Mike Mastrisario and Ryan Cotton, the two people running against Mark Bunker, they know Scientology has to tell their people who to vote for. So even, and this is why I call someone a grifter. Nobody cares what you say behind closed doors. They care what you stand for publicly. If you're only willing to say that you're going to stand up to Scientology, but you're only willing to say it in private, you're a coward. You mean nothing. And that's why Mark Bunker's presence on the Clearwater City Council is so important. So Mike Mastrisario is the local darling of Clearwater's political establishment and the business community, the people who are doing everything possible to make sure Mark Bunker does not win re-election. This is why we need $20,000 this week. I have linked to Mark Bunker 2024 in the description down below. Please, obviously, I know people aren't, most people can't make the maximum donation. Please donate something, guys. Please donate something. Oh, by the way, if anyone's wondering, what does the money to the campaign go towards? Postcards, yard signs, and more postcards. It's all about postcards. Guys, we have one of the top political consulting groups in the country working for free for Mark Bunker. It's someone who is a personal friend. They are handling all the postcard mailings. And because we're using them for the mailers, they consult for free. It is a big deal. These guys are heavy hitters. And they are helping us. They are very passionate about the Scientology activism and doing anything possible to take Scientology down, get their tax exempt status taken away. And for that reason, they are offering professional. They're one of the leading consulting firms in the country. And they are doing this to help the campaign donations go as far as possible, to generate as many mailings as possible, targeted properly. It really is an incredible thing that's happening here. We need to raise a shit ton of money just to do a shit ton of mailings. Okay, let's see. Is there anything else here that I wanted to highlight? Not there. Okay, the last thing I wanted to show you guys is the disgusting lengths that Clearwater's political establishment is going to smear Mark Bunker by using me. This is a local political rag called Florida Politics. That is really just an extension of Chris Latvala and Jack Latvala. These guys are. Let me show you what a disgusting rag this is. This is one of those one of those outlets that if you advertise with them, they will write articles favorable towards you. It happens to be a rag used by the local political party in charge. I'm trying not to use buzzwords here. So check this out. This is supposed to be an article about Mark Bunker. That's funny. There's no photos of Mark Bunker. It's a photo of me. And let me show you what a low-class operation this is. Anti-Scientology forces fuel Mark Bunker's Clearwater mayoral bid, but one of them has a questionable past. Hey, guys, I'm sorry. Do these people think Mark Bunker is running for mayor? Mark Bunker is not running for mayor. This is such a low-rent tabloid political rag, they can't even get their headline right. Mark Bunker is running for city council. He is not running for mayor. So I guess Janelle Irwin Taylor is either so incredibly stupid and unable to do research that she would write something like that, or she's just being given bullet points and outlines from someone else who is just unbelievably stupid. Okay, so now this whole article is actually just a hit piece on me. There's nothing in here that's against Mark Bunker at all. They're digging up all the Aftermath Foundation stuff, all the stuff that happened in LA 7 months ago. It's even mentioning the Down the Rabbit Hole News YouTube channel where I told the whole story of what really happened in LA and what really went down with the Aftermath Foundation. Let's see what else is in here. It's mentioning Claire Headley and what else do we have? They're mentioning my Twitter accounts. They're mentioning my wife. I love the fact that Down the Rabbit Hole News is getting a shout out in this article. Yep, mentioning my wife, mentioning my relationship status. mentioning an altercation I had down at the beach 2 years ago. Oh, isn't it interesting? And then, of course, they name drop Chris Latvala. Oh, Senator Ed Hooper. He's one of the local. So these guys, a lot of these Clearwater political establishment folks, again, even Chris Latvala and Jack Latvala, behind closed doors, they'll tell you how much they don't like Scientology. But some of their best friends are on Scientology's payroll. Mary Repper, Joe Burdett, Ed Armstrong, Wally Pope. All these guys are clowns because they want you to think, they'll be horrified if they're publicly associated with Scientology, but their best friends literally fill their pockets with Scientology's cash. Their best friends are helping Scientology execute their takeover of Clearwater. Like, it's just the craziest thing. That's why these guys hate Mark Bunker, politics aside. They hate him because Scientology hates him. And so these guys are paid to hate him. Okay, so this is honestly, it's incredible. It's incredible. I'm not running for city council. Mark Bunker is. But me and my platform are doing the most work to raise money for Mark Bunker. And so these guys want to slam Mark Bunker by slamming me. That's how dirty they are. How do we respond to this? We raise a disgusting amount of money for Mark Bunker. We want $20,000 this week. We want $40,000 this month. I want $50,000. We have like 8 weeks left. We have 8 weeks left in this campaign. Let's just raise a disgusting amount of money. And the fact that SPTV and the SP Nation is very large should make it easy. I'm not asking. I don't want anyone to break the bank here. But guys, markbunker2024.com. Anything you can do. Mark Bunker, by the way, the title of this video was Police Endorse Scientology's #1 enemy. Some people might go, well, I thought in Clearwater, aren't you Scientology's #1 enemy? Me and Mark Bunker do different things. Mark Bunker has accomplished something I was not able to accomplish. Get elected to the Clearwater City Council. He ran 4 years ago. I ran 2 years ago. He raised $12,000 and won. I raised $70,000 and lost. I want Mark Bunker to raise $100,000 this time and win. It was a 5-way race last time when Mark ran. The Clearwater political establishment said, we will never allow a 5-way race again, because there was some establishment folks running against each other. And that's why they're running Mike Mastroserio. And Ryan Cotton wasn't supposed to enter the race. I think people are pissed off that Ryan Cotton entered the race because Ryan Cotton is potentially splitting the local political establishment vote with Mike Mastroserio. Well, it's too late now. They done messed up. We have to take advantage of it. We got to raise a ton of money, you guys. So help me, help Mark Bunker. Let's humiliate David Miscavige and Scientology once again. Because I'll tell you what, guys, if Mark Bunker wins his reelection in 8 weeks, guess what he can do in 4 more years? He can run for mayor. And after 8 years of experience on the Clearwater City Council, and after already having received the endorsement and the support from the local police union and the local firefighters union, I promise you, if we can get Mark Bunker elected in 8 weeks, if we can get him reelected in 8 weeks, we can get him elected mayor in 4 years. Let's raise a shit ton of money, you guys. Okay, let's see. Any chance here? Will Gunn. Mark is an OG. I found his videos 15 years ago. Absolutely. Canine peace of mind. Such a great way to send the message to all candidates that people want the cult to be looked into and tax exempt status removed. Woot. Yes, woot to the woot woot. All right, guys, help me, help Mark, and let's win this race. All right, guys, much more to come later today. Thank you for hanging out with me. I'll talk to you guys soon.
Okay, if you want to see my rock and roll songs, click right on this guitar. And if you want to see a different one of my videos, then you could click right inside here. If you have subscribed or not, subscribe right here. Bye.